Yeah, that's never a good point. And in terms of from there, where did your passion from bodybuilding and like pushing your training really come from there?
That came from the Marines as well, to be honest. When I left, I kind of struggled with not being in a routine. You know, in the Marines, it was always wake up, you train, you do like weapon drills, you do lectures, and then you train again. And then I was so used to that like hard and scheduled kind of training. When I left, I found myself really lost. And it was actually on the PT course that I met a guy. He'd done a couple of shows before. Oh, you're in good shape. You should compete. I was like, get on stage in little pants. It's like, yeah.
Get oiled up and tan.
Yeah, I was like, oh, the guys in the Marines will see me doing this and I'll like never live it down. But he's like, oh, just try it, you'll like it. So I probably like 2 weeks into the prep, I started like absolutely loving it. I felt like myself again, because I was going through a bit of a strange stage when I left, and like the routine of it and how hard it was and how I had to actually like push myself mentally again. I just fell in love with the process of it, and I thought, how far can I go? You know, how lean can I get before I want to quit and things like that. So I fell in love with the
journey, not the destination.
Yeah, exactly. I actually don't really like competing.
No, do I? I just I like suffering and getting shredded in the process to get there. That like I remember like last 2 times I competed, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing this for? Like lying on some shitty floor waiting to go on stage, and like this is just
show day.
A complete waste of time.
It's like such a come down.
Yeah,
you think it's going to be so glamorous, and then you're 4 minutes on stage. If you do well, it's worth it, right?
Yeah.
Don't do well, you think, why the fuck was I like queuing up to get my registration for 3 hours with no food and water so I can make weight, and then lying backstage for another 3 hours, and then they postpone the show for an hour. I'm like, what? And you pay like what, 500 quid to do this? I'm like,
and then everything you paid to go in towards the prep in terms of everything
it costs you thousands, doesn't it?
Yeah.
By the time you get onto stage, it costs you thousands. If you don't have a good show day, it's tough.
And that's why I think it's so important that people do things for the right reasons.